Well, those of you who know me well, cue music, we're in Abbey Churchyard, and of course the buskers perform here, and we have a violinist just about to start, so I'll have to shout. Those of you who know me well will know that once upon a time, hang on, I haven't used this for a while, I was a mayor's guide. Now, the Honorary Corps of Mayor's Guides have been guiding in Bath for many, many years. I think it goes right back to the 1930s. They are highly trained volunteers who twice a day from this spot take visitors and locals on heritage tours of the city, explaining the city and its history to them all. And I've got to emphasize this, there's no money involved, but they are very well trained and know what they're doing. Now, as I understand it, there are 85 of them now, but a lot of people have come forward, have applied to join the Corps. Well, if they're accepted, they will go through a very intense training before they have to do a trial walk, and you either pass or you don't. Anyway, putting all of that to one side, during the summer, the guides do special walks. And I'm going to go on a special walk this morning with a lady called Joy, who is a past chairman of the guides. We are going to the Pulteney Estate, which is basically all of Bath on the Holborn Museum side of the River Avon. It was going to be Bath's new town, and all of that will be explained, no doubt, when we start the tour. And you may notice over my left shoulder, yes, a face, a familiar face to some. Councillor Rob Appleyard, who on Saturday in Bath Abbey at the annual meeting of the trustees, the charter trustees, will be elected. Now you'll tell me off if I get this wrong. I think it's the 795th Mayor of Bath. Now, it is quite usual for the Mayor of Bath to go for a walk with his or her guides, because after all, the guides represent the Mayor and the city. Well, Rob's getting in early because he's coming on the walk a few days before he actually becomes Mayor. I call it being eager, and also a man who's very aware of the city's heritage. So I'll stop there until we actually get going on the walk, so you can join us too.
This is the Mayor's Guides walk of the Pulteney Estate, not the main centre, but the Pulteney Estate. And we'll probably take about 2 hours, all right, in the sun. We're very lucky today because we've got the new Mayor. Hey! Yeah.
Not till Saturday.
Not till Saturday.
Not till Saturday.
He's coming along, all right? And we've got Richard, who's going to film you, if that's all right, okay? Just a little bit of housekeeping. As we go round Bath, it is a one-way system, and cars come from you every direction, so do take care, okay? But fast forward a few hundred years, to AD 43, the Romans came. Just think how excited they were to find the hot water. So they made a huge complex of baths because they loved to bathe. They did everything in the bath. They gossiped, they talked, they did business. Everything was done in the baths. And they built a huge town around it. World War, that Bath was rejuvenated, all the buildings were cleaned, and all the people started to come to see it. So that's 2,000 years of history in 5 minutes. I have missed a lot out, but you can get the impression, you can see there was always a lot going on in Bath, because Bath was growing all the time. More and more people came to Bath, so there was more need for accommodation. So we asked the City Council if it could build the bridge and connect it over. So they had a competition looking at the bridges, and Robert Adam won. As you can see, it's a little bit altered. It's had a little top put on it, and it's had the corner knocked off, but it's still here. It's still here.
Now, obviously, I'm not filming the whole of this walk, which will take Joy about 2 hours because she is stopping from time to time to point out places of interest. And I'm a bit nervous because I'm keeping my eye on the guys who are working on the Laura fountain. They tell me it should be on by the end of the day, but they're going to have to test it. And I'm hoping I might be passing by when they are actually testing it so I see the water flow. But anyway, I'll go a bit further with the group. I want to ask Rob, our mayor designate, what he thinks of the mayor's guides and the walks they are giving. And after that, I'm going to come back here and see what's happening. Rob, I've pulled you away from Joy's tour, and I don't want to hold you up too long, but what are you thinking about this heritage tour so far?
Do you know what? It's amazing because, I mean, you can live in the city for quite a long time and think you know a lot about it, but it's not until you come on these tours you actually recognise some of the detail. You can walk past things, and above a doorway is something that's got a story behind it. And I'm finding this fascinating, you know, with the coat of arms earlier on and what's happening in Port Street. So yeah, it's really, really good, really good.
These guys, these girls and boys who are very professional but volunteer, they're not waged, are doing this on behalf of you, the mayor, and the city of Bath. Do you think they're doing a good job?
I think they're doing a phenomenal job. I mean, I think there's around about 90 of our residents that give their time up to do this. And what they actually give to some of our visitors is this message and this vision of what the city is now and what it has been. And they're not allowed to accept any gratuities or anything like this. But if people want to sort of go on their tours and recognise the great work they do, leave a comment, let them know, like on the social media and things like that, because it's really, really good.
They do have their website. You're days away from becoming the 795th mayor of Bath. How are you feeling at this moment?
Excited. Obviously apprehensive about the big day because obviously we've got to do a speech and everything like this, but really looking forward to a full year of being able to support what's happening in our city.
You are awarding the honour of Honorary Freeman to Stephen Bird, the ex-boss of heritage in the city. He's been working, well, it seems he's been working for Baines for forever. But what a job. And of course he does a lot of walks for charity too. Why was he chosen? What are your thoughts on this award?
Well, I actually haven't seen the citation and the exact wording yet, but you're absolutely right. Stephen has been an inspiration to where our heritage services are, which is all the Roman baths, the museum, the art galleries and everything like this. And I think it's his vision and leadership has actually developed that into a world-recognised heritage offering that this city has to give. So I think this recognition to Stephen is so well-deserved. And to be honest, on a personal level, I'm so chuffed that I am the one that is to be able to actually present this to him because I hold him in high regard.